Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Philippe Marichon Robert and I am the founder of Kwajami Financial, an independent firm that provides both financial planning and investment management services to Ontario residents. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. This will make a huge difference in helping the channel succeed. Are you currently investing in financial markets? If so, here are 10 tips you might want to consider. I call this approach to investing smart investing. The first tip is to recognize that everything starts with a financial plan. Creating a roadmap to your destination is critical to optimize the probability of meeting your goals, also referred to as your probability of success. Developing a plan that details how you are going to achieve each of your goals is indeed where you should start. Tip number two is to adopt a goal-based approach to investing, which means that for each goal, you want to create a dedicated portfolio. The rationale is that you probably have multiple goals and most likely a different time horizon for each goal. And so, how you manage a longer term portfolio, say your retirement portfolio, will be very different from how you manage a shorter term portfolio, like your emergency portfolio, or a portfolio whose objective is to provide for the down payment on a house in, let's say, 2 or 3 years from now. Tip number three, embrace index investing. Active management promises to deliver above market returns on a risk adjusted basis. I will leave that debate for another time, but I will just say that delivering above market returns on a risk adjusted basis is extremely difficult to do. Tip number four, maintain a well diversified portfolio across industries and geographies to reduce specific risk, which is the risk associated with an individual company or industry. Tip number five is to always maintain an appropriate asset mix within each portfolio. It is indeed important to adjust and reduce your portfolio risk level as you get closer and closer to your goal. For example, maintaining a 100% exposure to the stock market in your retirement portfolio only 6 months away from retirement and from withdrawing from your portfolio may not be the most appropriate thing to do, unless there are valid reasons to do so and you are comfortable with the implied volatility. Tip number six, optimize your portfolio tax efficiency whenever possible. This is called asset location, and it consists in selecting which assets to hold in each of your investment accounts. Let's assume that your retirement portfolio spans across your registered retirement savings plan, RSP, and your tax-free savings account, TFSA. Your RSP and TFSA have very distinct tax attributes, and therefore you need to carefully choose the assets you want to keep in each account, while, and this is important, still maintaining your overall strategic asset mix. Tip number seven is to rebalance your portfolio when necessary. Say your strategic asset mix calls for a 30% exposure to bonds and 70% to stocks. If the stock market performs very well, your stock exposure will increase, all else being equal, which might translate to a higher risk level than the one you intended to maintain in your portfolio. In this case, you would want to rebalance your portfolio and bring the stock exposure closer to its intended target weight. Rebalancing must also be done carefully to minimize capital gains as much as possible, especially when dealing with taxable accounts. Tip number eight, monitor your portfolio daily and track your progress. Two important questions to answer when it comes to portfolio monitoring. A, how does the market value of your portfolio compare to the expected market value that was determined in the plan? And B, what action, if any, should you take, especially if the market value of your portfolio materially differs from its expected market value? Tip number 9 is to review your portfolio regularly and make all adjustments that are deemed necessary if your personal circumstances or your objectives were to change substantially. And finally, tip number 10 is to keep your overall investment cost low. Few investors know precisely their overall annual investment cost. Don't get me wrong, the point is not to go necessarily with the cheapest solution out there, but rather to understand and ensure the value that you are getting in return justifies that cost. I hope you will find this information useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.